Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I want to talk about an idea that I actually stole from somebody else a while back. I read it from a book and I thought, wow, this is like really great. And over the years, I've trained myself to kind of subconsciously absorb that idea in my interactions with other people. So one of the things that I usually never do, and again, there's some exceptions, is that when a customer pays me money, I never say thank you, right? When a customer, if somebody is like a client of mine or interacting with me in a capacity where they're the one who's paying, I usually never say thank you. And the reason is that you want to create a dynamic of respect. And one of the ways you do that is by not saying thank you, because you have to ask, like, who is doing who the favor, right? So are you doing the customer a favor by giving them, by providing your product or service? Or is the customer doing you a favor by giving you money, right? And a lot of times, like when we say thank you, what's going to happen is that our customer's subconscious mind kind of kicks in and feels like they're doing us a favor by giving us money, right? And I think this kind of behavior starts when we're children, when our parents probably forced us to say it when we got money from relatives, grandparents, whoever, and it felt like, yeah, they were, whenever we got money, there was a subliminal message that they were doing us a favor by giving us money, right? But as an adult, especially as a business owner, entrepreneur, or even in your regular everyday life, right? Who you have to ask, who is doing who the favor? Are you doing me a favor by giving me money, or am I doing you a favor by blessing you with my goods and services? And because so many people think that money is this scarce item when it's really not, because we all know that they just kind of print the stuff out of thin air. Um, we don't tend to value ourselves and what we're providing to the marketplace, right? And that's why it's very important that A, we obviously practice our craft, and B, value ourselves and know whatever that we're providing, we're actually doing a favor to the person who's paying us. And think about Hollywood actors when they negotiate, right? So, for example, is Robert Downey Jr., whenever he plays as Iron Man, doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe a favor, even though he gets paid tons of money to play Iron Man? Is he doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe a favor by getting all that money to play Iron Man? Or is Marvel doing Robert Downey Jr. a favor by paying him to do the part, right? And the answer, if you can see from the MCU nowadays, is that it's crumbling apart without the original cast and characters. So you can kind of see from that dynamic that, I think the A-list Hollywood actors are masters at this, where they know that they're doing the movie companies or the film companies a favor by playing in their movie rather than the other way around, right? Like, I'm doing you a favor by acting in your movie, therefore you must give me tons of money, rather than, oh, I am so glad that you gave me money to so I can, pay a part in your film. And I think that's really the difference between an A-list actor, at least their mentality, versus someone who's like dying just to be an extra in a Hollywood set, right? And it's all subliminal. So here's the thing. If you ever say thank you to a customer who pays you, it's not the end of the world, because I probably do it from time to time without even realizing it. But realize the dynamic you're creating with your customer, right? What you want to do is create a dynamic of respect where if they pay you money, they're the ones who are thanking you because you are doing them a service or you are doing them a favor. And this is actually what happened with my tenant, where she paid me 6 months rents in advance. And then she later sent a text message saying, "Thank you so much. We appreciate you." Right? Because there's a dynamic there that I wanted to create. It's just simply just accepting your money and not saying thank you. I definitely did not say thank you. And here's the thing, if you want to show some sort of, I don't want to say gratitude, but not be like a jerk. You could say something like, "Wow, I'm happy to help," right? So it kind of reinforces that dynamic, but you don't seem like a jerk or like a cold-hearted person about it, right? So it's kind of many ways to play this. But back to my point, no reason to say thank you to somebody who's a customer who's paying you, because what you want to do is create a dynamic where they're honored by your presence or by the product or service you're providing to them. And then therefore they're essentially going to be a repeat customer because they see you in a better light. But what happens to a lot of people is because probably when we were kids, we're trained to see money as a scarce resource, that every time we receive it, we're somebody's doing us a favor. That kind of mentality is probably sticks with us in our adult lives, if that makes sense. So hopefully I may have convinced you to not say thank you anymore, especially if you're the one who is providing the product or service, right? Now, here's the thing. I say thank you all the time. If I go into, let's say, a supermarket and somebody's bagging my groceries, I say thank you because I truly feel like that other person is doing me a favor. They're getting paid minimum wage. They probably not even getting full 40 hours a week, and they're working very hard and getting paid very little. I'm thankful because they're actually doing me a favor. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of goes both ways, right? So I don't mind saying thank you when I feel like the other person is doing me a favor. But if I'm the one providing a service or product and you're paying me, you're not doing me a favor by paying you. I'm doing you a favor by providing whatever it is I do. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Okay, well, this is Crane Atlanta Mentorship. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. We're gonna have an exclusive live stream in about 3 days. I'm gonna post in the community feed. So it's only 99 cents exclusive live stream. Hope to see you there, and we'll speak soon.